RL, something you mentioned earlier, you said that you grew up and you had issues with low self-esteem, which is, I think, a very
Uh-huh.
honest thing for you to say, A, as a Black man, B, as an entertainer, as a celebrity. And I respect that.
Thank
Can
you.
you go into that a little bit? Like what was the
Well,
cause of that?
I tried to commit suicide my senior year in high school. It was, I grew up, my dad's an engineer. My mother owned her own salon and things like that. I'm a middle child. Um, kids can be cruel. A lot of pressure on me from my father, things like that. And I had a dream. And I remember coming up, there wasn't Pro Tools. It was a reel to reel and sequencers. And you either had to know a famous musician or a doughboy in the hood that had a studio. You know what I mean? Maybe he had a rap group or something. So it was chasing my dream. I had full scholarships to college and stuff like that. But from the time I was 5, I was verbally abused, and words are really powerful. I think that's why I became a writer, because I wanted to come up with words that influenced you in a positive way. So words really hurt, and there are things that were said to me growing up that I'll never forget, and it almost took me to the point of taking my life.
I'm so sorry to hear that. And
Thank you. Appreciate
I
it.
you hear now that the suicide rate is going up with the things that are going on. So what was it that stopped you? What was it that did you have someone that you could go to? Did someone save you? Did someone
I
recognize
mean, God really saved me, but the truth is, I remember getting into fights growing up because I come from the hood,
you? Where'd you
and
grow
I
up?
would North Minneapolis, and people would be like, Minneapolis is black folks. I'm like, okay, come on up there, because that's where all the drugs were ran through Minnesota, and rappers would say it years later, but nobody really realized that. So what was crazy was I would get into fights, and people thought I couldn't fight because I would just cover my face. Until one day I said, no, I'm covering my face because I don't want my face messed up for my album cover.
Ah,
I swear I knew, like I had visions as a child of me being on stage. There's times I'm on stage and I'll go, I saw this before.
Mm.
And that's just God, and it was faith. Because there were times literally I walked into my parents' room with a gun in my mouth. My senior year of high school, the night before finals, I walked in the room with a gun in my mouth. And I don't say that to glamorize it. I honestly say it to say that anybody that's watching, that is going through it, understand everybody goes through it. It's funny because there's bullies online, so it's worse. They have more places to bully you and say things to hurt you. And I think that they think that artists, don't care or they don't feel. I've seen where people will put such and such blocked me on this date. They're celebrating the fact that they said enough damaging things to get blocked. And they don't realize it's just as easy to love as it is to hate and cause harm. So for me, I think music is so powerful. If you really think about it, not getting biblical, but the devil was the minister of music. That tells you how powerful music is. I know how powerful Raheem's music is because I know I can put it on as an aphrodisiac. I know what it does. And I think that people listen to music to remember or to forget. It's
Mm-hmm.
that simple.